got to experience my, you can say, one of the first major failures in life. But that failure also gave me, you can say, a lot of humility that, when we are approaching a startup, when we are approaching a business problem, passion alone does not solve it. You have to look at it from a business sense point of view also. And figure out a lot many other things when you go about company building. So then I partnered with Aditya and Uttam, who used to be in the same office building as Roder back then. So we got to thinking that agriculture is an interesting space,
right?
And we were researching everything. And for me personally, one thing which I have always liked in my life are eggs. I love eating eggs. I eat a lot of eggs, every day. So in agriculture, a point of interest was also that, let's see what is happening in the egg space. So back in, I think in May or June 2017, one of our friends arranged a visit to a poultry farmer in Kurukshetra. And that was my first introduction to the poultry space. And slowly it intrigued us. And while we were doing many other agri-related projects in parallel, but we were keeping our eyes open. One thing led to another. We ended up in Bihar because we decided that, if you are living in Gurgaon or Mumbai and trying to do some agri-related projects here, there is no agri in the urban centers. If we have to do something, we have to shift to a agri center. And my co-founder Uttam came from Bihar, so he suggested that let's go to Bihar, and I have a local ecosystem there. We can relocate and we'll figure out something from there.
Right.
So we relocated to Bihar Sharif. It's the district headquarters of Nalanda district, around 85 kilometers south of
close to Patna airport.
Close to Patna, around 2-3 hours. And we started living there. We tried various things. We tried farmer to mandi transactions, mandi to mandi transactions. I realized it's not scalable at all. Plus there are various local forces which play. We shut that down within 2 months. We tried equipment on hire service for farmers in that area. I think decent business, profitable business, but the cash recovery is a big problem statement in that kind of business. We shut it down again.
Right.
But in all of this time, we were very much interested in egg value chain. We were researching about it. We also saw that in Bihar, almost all of the eggs were being imported from South India. From Andhra, trucks used to come loaded with eggs. And at that point of time, that was also the facts of the industry.
Right.
Because 70% of egg production was happening in South, roughly 2/3. And roughly 2/3 consumption was happening in North. Because it's more densely populated. There are more volume of, you can say, population or people in North. So, there used to be movement from South to North. And which is why, we ended up with that insight that all of the eggs which are actually entering are not fresh. They are 10 to 15 days old. And we linked it to our prior experience, back in 17, 16, if you remember, at that point of time, packaged eggs, branded eggs, quick commerce, e-commerce was not as prevalent.
Right.
Your choice of eggs used to be, you go to a counter, they will have open trays. You buy eggs from there. So these will be open eggs. They will give you in a poly bag or in a complete tray if you're buying 30 eggs in one row. And you'll bring it home. The eggs may be dirty. They will smell a lot. By the time you get home, 1 or 2 may break also. If you break them open, you may find, sometime you may find yellow yolk, you may find white yolk. It's completely random. It's always a guesswork when you are doing like this. When you look behind the curtains, actually those eggs are also not as nutritious because there is nutritional deterioration which has happened. In the 10-15 days, it has taken for that egg to reach from farmers to that retail counter. And in India, the average is 7 days these days. So, this really intrigued us. And we researched more and we came to find that in our sector, at that point of time, the package penetration was under 3%.
Okay.
3% is nothing. Dairy sector where we see so many brands is now nearing towards 40% now. Bread sector in urban centers is almost packaged, at least in urban centers.
Correct.
And even when we see other staples like atta, like rice, all of them are now in double digits, early double digits. So they are far ahead. But in eggs, nothing has started. So there is no national brand. You don't see anyone building the category. There is no FMCG value chain build. Nothing has happened.
Right.
At that point of time. And we thought that, this is very interesting. There's a big white space. For sure, there are reasons why people have not done it very seriously, but there could be a very simple reason that no one has tried and tried going after it with a newer approach. So we thought that let's go after it, and we find it very interesting. We are consumers ourselves, and it's a problem statement for us. But if we can look at the sector or on a very fundamental first principle basis, break it down, try to learn about it, then maybe we can create the next Amul. So that was what we were really excited about. This is an Amul opportunity over here, where we can build something which can be a household brand and which can be generational, which can be profitable on a unit level and sustainable at a company level in the longer run, and can continue even beyond us.
Right.
So that is what
Yeah.
brought
Yeah.
us to EGGOZ.